Today we will discuss about ultrasonic flow meter. This flow meter will give the discharge of a given liquid in a pipe. Okay, this is a given pipe. We are fixing this flow meter here. It will find how much water or liquid is coming at output per second. It will give in the display board. So sometimes 3 liters of water per second or 4 liters of water per second. Like that, whatever fluid we are taking, it will give the Q value. That is discharge it will give. This ultrasonic flow meter we are using in bigger diameter pipes. Sometimes bigger diameter means 4-meter diameter pipes. Okay, sometimes 5-meter diameter pipes. Underground pipes we are using bigger diameter pipes for supplying the water, and in chemical factories also they are using bigger pipes, underground pipes, and in it also we can find this flow or discharge by using this ultrasonic flow meter. Here what is the basic principle of it? So in it the flow is, I am taking one pipe, flow is in this direction, input this is the output, the liquid is coming in this direction. We are calling this input is upstream and output section is downstream. Okay, so liquid is flowing from upstream to downstream. It is coming out here. Now here, for creating these ultrasonic waves or sound waves also we can call, those are creating sounds, we are connecting here one transducer for creating the waves, and for receiving the waves one more transducer we are fixing at x distance. So waves are coming at the transducer here, and this transducer will receive the waves. These two transducers we are fixing at x distance. Whatever transducer is creating waves, we can call it as transmitter, that is T. And whatever it is absorbing waves, we can call it as receiver, that is R. Okay, this R. Now here in this transducer or transmitter, one electronic oscillator will be there. Okay, if you are taking one metallic plate, if you are giving some vibrations, it will create waves. Like that, electronic oscillator will be there. It is generating the ultrasonic waves. These are the waves. Okay, so here we are fixing these transducers at x distance. Now these waves are flowing in the direction of flow. Flow direction, as I told previously, it is also moving in this direction. Vf is flow velocity, and Vs I am taking the waves velocity. Let us assume Vs, Vf, both are moving in the same direction. Now what is the basic principle? How to find Q value by using this arrangement? The basic principle is the time travel for the ultrasonic wave from one point to second point, that is x distance. Time travel for the wave for x distance will give the discharge Q value in the calibrated form. Okay, whatever time we are measuring for traveling this wave at x distance, this time will give the flow in a given pipe. Okay, so it is the main basic principle. Now take here, x is the distance between transmitters. Already I have written here. Vs is velocity of sound in the fluid or velocity of flow. Okay, this velocity of flow. And Vf is flow velocity. okay, flow in the pipe. Now according to this basic principle, we have to find time traveled by this wave for x distance. In automobile vehicles, we are finding the time, how much time the vehicle is traveling from one point to another point. We are using this formula, distance by velocity, S by V. T is equal to S by V. I am using the same formula here. Small t I am taking is equal to how much distance wave is traveling? X distance. Okay, what is the velocity? Here, two velocities are there, Vs and Vf. Okay, so both are in the same direction. So I am taking Vs plus Vf. Okay, now here instead of this Vs plus Vf, we have to take for the correct output effect Vs square Vf square. We have to write Vs square Vf square. Okay, so I will explain why we have to take like that. We have one formula, a square minus b square is equal to, separately I am writing, a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Okay, so here what are the velocities? Vs, Vf. I am writing Vs square minus Vf square is equal to a plus b means Vs plus Vf into Vs minus Vf. But in our formula, we have already Vs plus Vf. Okay, so we have to keep this value as it is, Vf plus Vs here. So this value divided by this value, like this. Now what I am doing, instead of this value Vs plus Vf, I am substituting this value here. Okay, x divided by Vs square minus Vf square. This value will come up, Vs minus Vf. This is the time taken for traveling the wave in x distance. Okay, so what we are doing means, why I am taking square, this formula in terms of square means, I will explain here. Now here I have written the same thing, t is equal to this value x into Vs minus Vf, same thing I have written, same formula I have written, Vs square minus Vf square, correct? Now here what I am doing is, if this sound velocity, we know sounds are traveling at very high velocity, okay, this sound or wave velocity is more than flow velocity, okay, we can neglect this value, flow velocity. If it is very less compared to this sound velocity or wave velocity, we can neglect this value. Okay, so that's why we are writing in terms of square. Square value is coming more. After taking that value, this is getting very less compared to this. That's why we can remove this value. So take x into Vs minus Vf, okay, divided by Vs square. We can't remove Vf also here. Only square terms we have to remove. Okay, let us take Vf is some 0.1. Again Vf square means 0, whole square means it is 0.001 like that. Okay, it is getting very less. That's why we are removing the square terms. Whatever remaining values we have to take like this. Now in it we can write like this, x as it is, Vs by Vs square minus Vf by Vs square. So Vs, this square will be cancelled, 1 by Vs minus here Vf by Vs square. Okay, now here after that x is as it is, Vs is take common outside, so 1 it is minus Vf by Vs. Okay, now this is the time we are taking here. Time is equal to, so I am keeping this term as it is, what is this x by vs? So x means wave is traveling from one place to another place, x distance. Okay, when the flow is zero means stagnation of the water. When the liquid is at the static condition, this will give the time. So time means x means distance, velocity means vs velocity, okay, sound velocity, wave velocity. So we can take this is a tz instead of this. So remaining terms as it is. Now tz will indicate time taken by the ultrasonic wave to travel from T to R under zero flow condition. In zero flow condition means in this pipe, if water or liquid is not flowing, at the time sound, how much time it is taking for traveling x distance. Okay, so the velocity of this vs is zero, sorry, vf is zero, flow velocity is zero. So only sound velocity we are calculating. So time is equal to x by v. Yes, it is called tz. This arrangement has two limitations. First limitation is we got the formula like this. Two t's will come simultaneously, we can't find it two times. And one more thing is, this velocity of the wave is depending on pressure and temperature of the flow, okay, of the fluid. So we can't see pressure and temperature values in this equation. Okay, it will give the different value. Okay, the calibrated q value with the t, it will give different value because in our formula there is no temperature, there is no pressure. So these two are the main limitations by using this arrangement. So by using the same basic principle, we have two more methods. One is ultrasonic flow meter using travel time difference method, and next one is ultrasonic flow meter using the oscillating loop system. I will explain one by one. These two are using the same basic principle. So what is the basic principle? The time travel for the wave from transmitter T to receiver R will measure the rate of flow of the flowing liquid. Take the first one, ultrasonic flow meter using travel time difference. In this method, instead of using one set of transmitter and receiver, we are using two sets. Okay, one set is T and R, transducer and receiver, along the flow direction, and one set is opposite to the flow direction. Here T, here R. Flow is in this direction, these arrows flow, but waves are in the opposite direction. So T and R, transmitter and receiver here, here transmitter and receiver here. 1T 1R in upstream, 1T 1R in downstream. Okay, both are traveling, okay, waves in this direction, x distance, in this direction also waves x distance. Both are traveling at the x distance. Which direction the waves are taking more time? See here, waves are moving along the flow, so it is easily going in this direction. It will take less time. If you are seeing in this case, flow is in this direction, but waves are in opposite direction. It will take long time. Okay, this time I am taking TU, okay, time travel from T to R, okay, to upstream direction. Upstream direction means to downstream to upstream. This time I am taking TD, time travel from T to R in the downstream direction. This is TD. I am considering TD time. This time I am taking TU. Same thing I have written here. TD means time taken by the ultrasonic wave to travel downstream. Okay, and TU is time travel to take to upstream. Okay, now what is the formula? Time is equal to distance means x distance. Okay, this value x distance divided by both flows velocities are in the same direction, Vs plus Vf. Okay, so a Vf means flow velocity, Vs means that wave velocity or sound velocity, and then Tu means this one, x distance, but velocities are different because flow velocity is in this direction, this wave's velocity is in opposite. We have to take this sound velocity minus Vf. Why we are not considering Vf minus Vs means sound velocity, as we know, it is more compared to the flow velocity. Now how to find travel time difference? So travel time difference means, here I will write is equal to Tu minus Td. Okay, calculate by using these formulas this time difference. Okay, just we are calculating this time and this time, some difference will come. That difference will find the flow in this pipe. Okay, it is the main basic principle here. So let us take what is Tu value. Tu minus Td is equal to, Tu is x by Vs minus Vf. Why I am taking Tu means this time. This time is more compared to Td time. Okay, because it is opposite direction, both flows here in the same direction. So Tu minus Td, Tu means x by Vs minus Vf, Td means x by Vs plus Vf. So calculate this value. What we are getting? Vs square minus Vf square. Okay, LCM is here x into this value will come Vs plus Vf minus of x into Vs minus Vf. Okay, now calculate this. So which terms will be cancelled? X Vs and minus x Vs will be cancelled. This term and this term. Remaining is x2 s Vf minus of minus means plus x Vf. 2x Vf by Vs square minus Vf square. Got it? So the final time difference is Tu minus Td. Okay, so in this formula, if flow velocity is very less, okay, so we can rewrite this formula 2x Vf by Vs square in case if Vs is greater than Vf. Okay, so this formula we can find the time by using this formula. So by using this time in the calibrated form, we will get the Q value. Okay, this is the main basic working of this ultrasonic flow meter using travel time difference method. Take the second one, ultrasonic flow measuring the oscillating loop system. In it also, the arrangement is similar type. Only one difference is T and R, transmitter and receiver, are fixing in the walls of the pipe. At upstream, transmitter is fixing. Here, receiver is fixing. Waves are coming like this. This distance is x distance, and here T will be coming at the downstream. Okay, so the waves will be going like this, and here one receiver. Okay, so here both waves distance traveled is x distance. Okay, now here also we have to calculate. This is from upstream to downstream. The wave is coming, it is TD. Okay, and here wave is going from this T to R. The time taken is TU. Write down TD and TU. Now in this arrangement, calculate TD and TU similarly like this, TD and TU. So we will get the equations same, x divided by Vs plus Vf, and Tu is x divided by Vs minus Vf, like this. Now here what we are doing is we are finding frequency. Frequency is nothing but 1 by time. Okay, so F1 is equal to frequency in this waves is equal to 1 by Td. 1 by this value, entire value, means this value will come up Vs plus Vf by x, and F2 is equal to 1 by Tu, Vs minus Vf by x. Okay, the difference between these two frequencies will give this value. F1 minus F2 is equal to, x is common, LCM in both cases, x we are writing here, Vs plus Vf minus of Vs plus Vf. Vs and Vs will be cancelled, so we will get 2Vf by x. Okay, so this frequency difference will measure the velocity of the flow here. Okay, this velocity will give the Q value. How Q will come? Area into velocity, this Vf. So area means circular pipe, pi by 4 d square. Okay, and velocity means this Vf velocity by using the frequency. So according to this arrangement, frequency difference becomes a measure of fluid flow rate. Okay, now here what are the applications of this arrangement of ultrasonic flow meter is, it will measure the flow of liquid and gases, okay, through which sound can be transmitted. Okay, so in those fluids only we can apply this ultrasonic flow meter. It will measure rapidly varying flows. Okay, if you are changing the flow, it will give very accurate value quickly. To measure bidirectional flows also, in reverse direction flow also, it will give the Q value, not always not in this direction only. Okay, what are the advantages means, here there are no moving parts. Okay, so it will give whatever values, those are very accurate. It causes negligible flow obstructions. Okay, the whatever the values are there obstruction, it will be negligible. It has no moving parts, and then linear relationship between input and output. Okay, and excellent dynamic response. And what are the limitations means, the arrangement is complex. Okay, electronic circuits and transducers we have to fix properly. The cost is very high because ultrasonic for producing ultrasonic waves we have to take the electronic oscillator. The cost of it is very high, and the travel time difference and frequency difference is very small. F1 and F2 we have calculated here, and TU minus TD we have calculated here. Those are very small. Okay, so those are the main limitations. If you like this lecture, please subscribe my channel, share with your friends so that it is useful for others also. Thank you for watching.